Best open-world games of the last 5 years. Whether on the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, gamers can't wait to get their hands on the next generation of games. An ever-popular genre that's exploded over the last decade has been the open-world genre. Games that deliver a true sense of exploration and can make the world feel alive have given gamers special experiences. Whether it's exploring the Wild West, modern-day New York City, or a post-apocalyptic world, it's time to sit back and take a look at the highest-rated open-world games of the last 5 years on Metacritic. Death Stranding. Is Death Stranding one of the strangest AAA games ever wide? Well, the answer to that is a resounding yes, even if you just watch the trailers for the game and never played it. Hideo Kojima is a brilliant mind and one of the more unique game creators the industry has to offer. Death Stranding took plenty of design and gameplay risks, and love or hate it, it's hard to deny how unique of an experience it was. With a Metacritic score of 86 for the PC version, those who loved Death Stranding might feel that's too low of a rating, while the game's haters believe its higher scores were paid for. Batman. Arkham Knight. People like to say that the Batman Arkham trilogy of games by Rocksteady Games walked so Marvel's Spider-Man could fly. The truth of the matter is that all 4 of those games are among the best superhero games ever made. The film side of DC Comics has been quite hit or miss, but Batman: Arkham Knight delivered on an incredible trilogy of games. Critics had their issues with the culmination of Rocksteady's Batman tale, but the level of quality was so good it still ended up with a Metacritic average of 87. Assassin's Creed. Odyssey. The moment people Google Assassin's Creed Odyssey and realize the game has an 87 on Metacritic, they begin to scratch their head in confusion. According to loud voices on the internet, the Assassin's Creed franchise is nothing more than an annual cash grab. The truth of the matter is the series has shifted towards a focus on open-world exploration and role-playing elements, with Odyssey making Cassandra a beloved protagonist. Greece served as a beautiful backdrop to arguably the most memorable story in the series since the Ezio trilogy. Marvel's Spider-Man. Since video games sparked in popularity, fans of superheroes had only ever had licensed games made by AA studios. For years, much like the film industry, people wondered when quality superhero games would start to pop up. Following the quality and success of Rocksteady Games' Batman Arkham series, Marvel Games greenlit Marvel's Spider-Man. Insomniac Games was the perfect developer for the project, and the studio's initial Peter Parker open-world adventure garnered astounding praise, earning a Metacritic score of 87. Horizon Zero Dawn. Guerrilla Games is a PlayStation first-party studio that was known for years as the team behind the technically impressive but inconsistently reviewed Killzone titles. That's why when Horizon Zero Dawn, an open-world adventure game, was revealed as the studio's next release, the gaming world was cautiously optimistic. Thanks to Sony's faith in the talented developer, the world was able to experience Aloy's incredible journey. Critics fell in love with the game as its aggregate score among reviewers settled on an 89. Shadow of the Colossus. This entry is technically focused on the 2018 remake of Team ICO's 2005 instant classic, Shadow of the Colossus. In 2018, Bluepoint Games, masters of remastering beloved games, released a complete remake of the original title and managed to deliver the experience fans loved, just with a fresh coat of paint. It should come as no surprise that both the original game and the remake are highly regarded as excellent examples of masterful craftsmanship. They were both rewarded with the same Metacritic score, a 91. Metal Gear Solid 5: Phantom Pain. It's hard for a video game to end up with a Metacritic score above 90, especially with so many varied perspectives reviewing the game. That's why Metal Gear Solid 5: Phantom Pain sitting with a 93 is so impressive. For all intents and purposes, the game was never finished, and most critics will tell audiences that Hideo Kojima and Konami had a falling out in the lead-up to the release of the game. It's evident that the feud affected the game's development in both major and minor ways, but didn't get in the way of the game delivering brilliantly in certain aspects. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt was the third and final game in CD Projekt Red's trilogy focused on the man known as Geralt. The first 2 titles in the entry introduced the world at large to the Polish book series that captivated the minds of readers and put the series in the spotlight. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt was praised as an outstanding open-world role-playing game and came away with a Metacritic score of 93. Its expansion titled Blood and Amp Wine not only matched the quality of the base game but came away with a higher score of 94 on Metacritic. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. The Legend of Zelda series has done an outstanding job of delivering amazing experiences on every new console and handheld Nintendo has ever released. Breath of the Wild was released at launch alongside Nintendo's new hybrid console, handheld system called the Nintendo Switch. Breath of the Wild was the first true open-world game in the series and in many people's eyes set the new standard for what the genre could deliver. With a Metacritic score of 97, Breath of the Wild is considered to be one of the greatest video games of all time. Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar Games is a one-of-a-kind game developer who delivers experiences that are unrivaled by most of the industry. Red Dead Redemption 2 wasn't only a prequel-sequel to their wildly popular Western open-world game. It was the culmination of the studio's best storytelling, world design, and commitment to immersion. Sitting at a Metacritic score of 97, it's clear critics thought the same way and understood that the vehicle for Arthur Morgan's story would withstand the test of time and be considered one of the greats. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe on my channel. And write in comments what is your favorite open-world games.